Yo, 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 another guitar lesson here. This time we're going to work on that Dorian scale. Another way to look at it, I did a previous lesson which is focusing on one string, which is really important to see the intervals in the scale. Now I'm going to break it down based on the pentatonic scale. So ideally for this lesson, well, you need to know the minor pentatonic scale. Now most of us know this, and if you're watching a video on the Dorian scale, I'm going to imagine you know this. Now one really nice thing about learning new information in music, it's all comprehensive. It's very comprehensive, the music theory, so why not take something you know really well? So Dorian, all the notes in the minor pentatonic scale are in the Dorian scale. We've got a 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1. I'm in the key of A minor right now. The Dorian, all we're doing is we're adding 2 notes to that scale. So let's look at 1 octave. And now we're going to add one of those notes, which is the 2. So the 2 is a whole step above 1 and a half step below the flat 3. Okay? So if you play that, now we're starting to get more of a Dorian vibe. We don't have it yet, but we got another note. Now, if we want to add it to the next octave, we have to shift over. And for this one, maybe just shift back. And then there's one up there. So we got 3 of these notes. It's B, it's scale degree 2. So we got 3 of them. We got 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3. So practicing this scale, all we're doing is we're adding 1 note to the minor pentatonic scale. So this is a great way to see this, because if you want to play Dorian, all you got to do is add 1 more note. So sit with this for a little while. Make sure you're hitting these 2s, or maybe even improvise and end your phrases on the 2. Again, make sure you're seeing this pentatonic scale. And you could walk all the way up that pentatonic and then end on the 2, or just practice that. Okay, now 1 more note and we got the Dorian scale. And this is really good to see too, because you already know what the pentatonic scale sounds like. So when you just notice that you're adding a couple notes, now you're really hearing what the Dorian scale has to offer us harmonically. And improvising in music and writing music, it's all about expressing yourself. So you get to decide what you think about the Dorian scale. Now the next note we're going to add, we got 1 more note here, and that is the 6. And the 6 lives a whole step above the 5. You could slide over, or you could just shift. Standard approach of the Dorian scale, I'll just play the Dorian scale real quick so you can see, is there is a shift. Okay, so we'll just do that for now, but know that these notes are located in different spots. So we're going to find the 6. Now we're just going to play the pentatonic and add the 6. Not the 2. We're not going to play the 2. Just add 1 note at a time. Keep it simple. And you can even place your scales like this. You don't have to play every note in the scale. There's the other 6. So you got the 1, flat 3, 4, 5. You got to shift back for it's a major 6. And then you got the flat 7, 1, flat 3, 4, 5. Now here it just lives right here. That's a 6, a whole step above the 5, half step below the flat 7. So practice that a little while. Just playing the 6. Just incorporating the 6. And again, maybe check out what it sounds like to end on it, jam with that a little bit. And so after you do those two things, you've got Dorian down. I mean, you know, combine them obviously to the 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1, 2, 3. So of course it shoots a pattern out. But in this exercise, we're trying to see it. We're not just memorizing patterns. Nothing wrong with memorizing some patterns, but we're taking it this a little bit deeper because we want to know what this pattern means. So I can play pentatonic all day and then start adding some of these Dorian notes into that. So yeah, basically that's it. I would stick, if you're trying to incorporate Dorian into your playing, into your jamming, pentatonic, it's right there. All you're doing is adding 2 notes to the pentatonic. This is a comprehensive view, and this is the better way, in my opinion, to see music in comprehensive, because then you're just stacking little bits of information on top of what you already know, rather than, oh, I got to learn a whole new scale. This is just the pentatonic scale with 2 more notes. And guess what? The other 2 minor modes, same thing. They're just 2 different notes, and I'll touch on those in later videos. But for now, this one's just based on just the Dorian scale. So you're just adding the 2 and the 6. You got to know your scale degrees. Make sure to take a look at those. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.